we have successfully covered the self-management skill, communication skill, and basic ICT skills under employability skills. Today, we are going to start off with the next set of skills known as the entrepreneurial skills. Any person who is trained and qualified has got a stiff competition in the market to get a job. So what's the next best option that he or she can do? They can become entrepreneurs. So who is an entrepreneur? What are the skills that are required? Why these skills are required? Everything is going to be dealt in this video session. Now, as I told you before, there is a stiff competition in career opportunities. A person can think of employing himself and employing others also. So this concept wherein a person employs himself in order to earn some kind of money is called as entrepreneurship or self-employment. So this situation leads to personal as well as professional growth. This person not only gives employment to others, but he also generates economy, and that is really good, and that is the need of the hour at the present day situation. So who can be called as an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business bearing most of the risks and enjoying most of the rewards. So the most important thing has come first, that is bearing most of the risk, because they are responsible for their own actions. And if they are successful, they're going to enjoy all the rewards or most of the rewards. The process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. Nowadays, this is the in thing now. You become an entrepreneur and you generate employment to many people, and then you become a role model for others. Okay. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. Since he or she will conceive this idea to generate employment, seeing the business trends or seeing the market situation, he can be called as an innovator. And since he's generating employment to others, they are more sort of people in the market. Then what are these entrepreneur skills? Various skill sets like technical skills, leadership and business management skills, communication skills, and creative thinking skills are all part of this entrepreneur skills. If you want to generate employment, if you want to start a new business, it's not so easy. You should be a leader. You should be able to convince people to buy your product or service. You should be able to motivate people to come and work for you. So if you have these set of skills, like technical skills, you should know what is the latest digital technology that is involved over here, and how to lead from the front, and also knowing the business strategies in order to make yourself visible in the market. Having good communication skills is very important, because you have to talk to the customers, the employees, and the other people associated with that. And obviously, you should have creative thinking. So if you have all these set of skills together, then we can say that you possess the entrepreneur skills. Because this is important, because entrepreneur skills can be applied to many different job areas or roles and industries. Developing your entrepreneur skills can mean developing several types of skill sets. So if you have entrepreneur skills, you have all these skill sets and you will be the best in the market. Coming to the next one. Once we know what is this entrepreneurship, why these entrepreneurship skills are required, next thing is what? You should know what are the various forms of business ownership. Say suppose tomorrow all of you decide that after studying your subjects, you are going to become an entrepreneur. You just cannot become like that. You should have the necessary knowledge, isn't it? So if you want to set up your own business, first let us try to understand which are the various forms of business ownership. There are 5 forms, which are sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, limited liability company, and cooperative. Let us try to go through all these things in a brief manner and try to understand them. Sole proprietorship. It is taken care by one person. Here, one person is the owner. It refers to a small business. Least cost investment will be there. and ownership lies on only one person. Creditors can claim over personal assets of the owner. Who are called the creditors? Creditors are the people who finance you, who give you raw material to start up your own business. So if there is any harm to these financial people, what they can do? They can claim over the personal assets of the owner. And how many owners will be there? Only one. That is why they have given the name as sole proprietorship. Coming to the second type of business, ownership. Second one is partnership. As the name suggests, two or more people are involved to set up this type of business. So obviously, if two or more people are involved, the profit and loss will be shared among the partners. And liabilities are also borne by the partners here. Whether it is profit or loss or liabilities, everything will be managed by the partners, whether it is two or more people. Here, creditors cannot claim personal assets in limited partnership. Here means that in the previous case, we understood that creditors can claim over the personal assets. Here, they cannot claim if they have limited partnerships. So limited partnerships means that only one person will have unlimited liability control and all others have limited liabilities. Limited liabilities means they will not be eligible for the creditors. So it becomes difficult for the creditors to claim personal assets in the case of limited partnerships. Coming to the third type, corporation. This is a very common term that we hear. In this, what happens? If anybody wants to set up a corporation, then they have a separate legal personality from its owners. Here also a group of people can make a corporation business ownership, and here that is done through legal personality. And ownership in a stock is through shares of stock. So in a corporation, other people are also involved, and how do they own that particular corporation? It is through shares of stock. And here stockholders enjoy limited liability but have limited involvement in company's operation. Why is that so? Because it has board of directors who are elected by stockholders to control the activities of the corporation. So stockholders are people who invest money in the company, and they are going to elect the board of directors, and they will be responsible for the activities of the corporation. So this is about sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. The next two are limited liability company and cooperative. So in the case of limited liability company, the combination is what here? Both of partnership and corporation. Whatever features we studied for partnership and corporation holds good here. The owners enjoy limited liability like in a corporation. So that's why we cannot say it is fully corporation. It is a part of partnership and corporation here. And they can decide how they will be taxed, either through partnership way or through corporation way or through limited liability way or sole proprietorship, any format they can go for. Next one is which one? Cooperative. So cooperative is owned by a group of individuals and it is operated for their mutual benefit. So we normally hear cooperative societies, isn't it? So they are owned again by a set of people, and that too for their mutual benefit. So if a cooperative is being set up, they have certain raw materials or resources to invest in that. So that is their benefit that they are going to do for. And these individuals who are part of the cooperative, they are called as what? They are called as members. Example, we hear about cooperative banking, utility cooperative, credit union, housing cooperative. So group of people who have common interests and they have some kind of personal benefits, they come and set up this cooperative. So in this session, we learned why is it important to have entrepreneurship skills and who can become an entrepreneur, a person who is having a good entrepreneurship skills. So just like that, we cannot become, we should know some of the nuances of the business ownership. And that also we learned that there are 5 business ownership, which is sole proprietorship, then it is partnership, then it is a limited liability company, then it is corporation and cooperative. More coming up in the next session, students. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye-bye.